turning our attention north of the border now, as under new SNP plans, Scottish parents who refuse to allow their children to change their gender could face up to 7 years in jail. Proposed legislation published today stated that any actions designed to change or suppress an individual's gender identity which causes them physical or psychological harm would become illegal. The proposed legislation gives an example of actions which could become illegal for parents that included things like dressing in a way that reflects their sexual orientation or gender identity. So, stopping your son from wearing a tutu to school could result in serving time under the latest SNP plans. This serves as a warning to all parents. If your 3-year-old comes home and declares they are transgender, you must listen or face the consequences and bide your time behind bars. Well, joining me now is a very distinguished former SNP MP and journalist who I served on the Treasury Select Committee with, George Caravan, and of course my panel, former editor of The Sun, Kelvin Mackenzie, and historian and broadcaster Tessa Dunlop. George, first of all, it's very nice to see you. Thank you for coming on. It's been a long time.
I'm very pleased, Jacob. In fact, I was just telling you before we went on air that I've ruined my reputation in Scotland by telling everyone how nice you are.
Well, thank you. You must come again. But you're no longer with the SNP, are you?
No.
With Alba. But why is the SNP obsessed by gender recognition, which seems to be doing it so much harm in the opinion polls?
Yeah. Well, I need to point out right away that this legislation will never pass.
OK.
The previous bout of gender legislation, when they tried to get self-identification through, it only passed because Labour voted for it, and even some dissident Tories voted for it. That's not going to happen this time round, and they'll lose enough SNP votes if they put it up to actual legislation. But a slight correction. This is not actual legislation being put forward at the moment. It's simply a consultation document. In fact, it's the second time they've consulted on this. It's government by consultation. And when you govern by consultation, you don't really mean to do anything, do you? You're just punting the issue into the long grass, letting people talk about it, nothing will happen.